A much more veteran Illinois State team led by Chase Walker, who wins the opening tip.
For not a big team, Keyshawn Murphy left the team. Philippe Jovic is going to play inside.
He was mixed and matched all year. Stephen Pearl toying with different combinations. Really likes the one he has right now. And there is and veteran starting lineup finished third in the Missouri Valley. Best finish of the Ryan Peden era. Now in his fourth year as the head coach. Hall knocks down.
Improved his body over 4 years. Led the Big 12 in scoring last year and had another great season on the Plains this year.
They lost 9 of their final 12 games and were listed as first 4 out according to Joe Lunardi. For ISU, inside Walker, back out Claybo, knocks down a triple.
Pretty well lately for Stephen Pearl.
Played against Illinois State a few years ago as a Drake Bulldog on the bounce pass.
I've been impressed with Jovic in the NIT. He's really stepped up, young man from Bosnia.
One of 9 underclassmen for Stephen Pearl. Kinziger, one of the great scorers at ISU over the last 2 years. A very pro-Illinois State crowd. As Fran mentioned, just a 2-hour drive. Freeman has his second.
You keep your man on your back and you hold him hostage.
Open 3. What Auburn in close losses and big wins. Pettiford 3. The starting point guard running the offense for the Tigers. Jovic scoops up the loose ball. Pettiford pitch. KO 3. Got it.
The point guard early in the year. So much pressure on him, Matt, to show NBA teams that he was the guy that we saw in the Final Four last year.
Had such a big role on that team coming off the bench for Auburn. Kinziger, his second 3. It has the ability to stroke it 35% from downtown over the course of the regular season. But defense was their calling card.
No, that's right. Wasn't, but it was close. Good job by Jovic. He's keeping it.
Almost picked by Jovic. Wolf with 5. Kinziger had it knocked out of bounds by Pettiford.
Being in this tournament, but they've really rallied and they've got great leadership from Keyshawn Hall.
Step back 3. Ty Pence banks it in at the horn. Has been exceptional in each of the last 3 tournaments Illinois State has played in, including,
if I'm not mistaken,
longest active postseason winning streak in the country for Illinois State. Overton, second triple.
Role player at Texas Tech. He was not happy with me. We hashed it out yesterday at practice, and in the last part of the season, 17 points a game his last 10, and really a great team leader. Remember, he started at Drake for Ben McCollum.
Yep. 6-man tight at Texas Tech last year in the midst of their Elite 8 run. Count it, and 2-point attempt for Illinois State in this game. They've hit 4 threes. Magwood, short with the left hand. Lead could not corral. Williams here.
Great young coach Ryan Peden. Great bloodlines. Butler University, Chris Holtman. Ohio State. Had a great coaching future. Roman dancing.
Inside of the big man lead. Push shot right hand.
Great backup for Chase Walker, Matt.
Staying down the street from his former team, who's in town to play in the other Final Four. Hall, hounded by Ty Pence. Had that early contested 3. Spins through the defense, lays it in with a scoop.
Next year in the NBA somewhere. Come off the bench for somebody and drop 14 and a quarter. Wow.
Sir Charles in attendance tonight.
Yep.
Williams Adams 3, got it.
Oh, this is a good by Josh Boone in high school, former UConn star, NBA player.
How about this pace to start? Both teams shooting above 60% from the floor and above 60% from three. Ty taking the bigger lead to the floor, so it stays with ISU. Walker back into the game. Backing down Williams-Adams. Heavy with the two.
Taking a look, watch now. Coming at you, Tahad Pettiford from Jersey. And Matt, one thing that people don't talk about with Stephen Pearl's club, they were
from last year's Final Four team. And Fran, he's a sophomore.
So early, the last month of the season, look at his hands.
He's been a different player, hasn't he been? Wins it back for Auburn. Here he is. This time he'll lay it in. 6-0 run. Tried to get it into Walker. Stolen by Williams-Adams. Here's Mishalik. Gives it up. Hall. It's an 8-0 run.
Defender that you saw right there while he's in the game.
Began his career as a walk-on for Bruce Pearl, the father run.
Once Bruce told me that, and I asked Stephen about it, he said, no, my dad's absolutely right. He's a great on.
Pettiford, Freeman, no. Had a couple of...
Chase Walker hasn't been able to get going yet.
Walker.
Nice cut.
Backdoor feed.
Adams.
We'll be back in 30 seconds. Stephen Pearl.
When they won it last.
They have been to the Final Four 18 straight years if you throw up. Jovic will take it off the bounce. Against Walker. Slips it in past the 6'9".
Away from the team.
Picked up by Kevin Overton. Pettiford so fast. Lob to Hall. Hammer time.
That's the kind of point with that athleticism.
Coleman kicks to Kinziger. Trying to get past Mishalik. Took a bump. No.
405 pounds as a high school sophomore. Think about that.
Pettiford. Returner from last year's Final Four. Three-point shooting has really bothered him this year. He's been frustrated by it.
Great to see. You know, he thought about coming out, go to the NBA after his Pence loves to post up and watch the turnaround here. He loves the turnaround.
That's a silky
Young man who grew up not far from campus. A lot of family members.
Pettiford long, run out for Coleman, who can't move. Coleman,
Pretty.
Overton.
Kevin has been on fire lately. He's near 50% over the last part of the season. Last
9 games. Coleman off the bounce. Extra pass, Skunberg 3. Got it.
Little zone now by Illinois State.
Pettiford splits it. Push shot, good.
Oh boy, he made it.
Pettiford with 9 early points to go along with 3 assists. Pence, right hand rejected by Overton.
And Illinois State will always be able to stay in the game unless we speed the tempo up.
I like it. Coach, you're watching this, seeing though right now on the floor from the Tigers and from Illinois State.
I'm seeing both teams playing great offense. I mean, this is fun to watch. They're getting here. We kind of feel like we're watching Hoosier out there because I can't find. I'm looking for Jimmy Chitwood. I tell you what, man, this Illinois State team, I think we're a little bit more physical because watching those guys shoot that thing, I feel like I'm watching Hoosiers. I agree with Bruce on that.
It's a
Hoosiers of all time with the late great Gene Hackman on my
I think this might be a bad time, Fran and Matt, for me to admit that Charles, appreciate you.
Ridiculous, you never watch Hoosiers.
I think I made an enemy, guys. I know.
I can't believe that you're actually going to turn him out to Barton.
2 stars, 2 stars.
I used to watch him coach when I was a little kid. He was amazing.
Did he just age you, Fran?
He did.
I think
He did, yeah.
By the way, Taylor Tannenbaum has an assignment between the semifinals and the championship.
I think so.
Hoosiers in the hotel.
To the game. I just want people to know, Charles Barkley is one of the best people. He's so generous to people. but you would never expect it. And that was so cool that
Down here, so many dignitaries in the crowd tonight for both programs, NCAA, people that are in town for the March Madness Final Four weekend of basketball in Indianapolis. Here's Freeman, push shot with 5. Off the mark, Hall battling, banks it in.
I'm telling you, man, through the years, kid from Cleveland, like Chase Walker, he was a very heavy kid as a high school player.
Points on 6 of 7. Pettiford with the foul. Auburn with their largest lead of the game. Tonight, 67% from the floor. Your thoughts on Tommy Lloyd and the rumors circulating Final Four weekend?
I just to Tucson. I mean, that's a blue blood program. North Carolina's great. But I love this picture. Look at this kid. Look at this kid on him later. He's been on that Chuck Barkley diet.
Very proud of
Chase Walker in his 3 years at Illinois State. When he got to campus, he was 325 pounds, and that's when his transformation began. He teamed up with his strength coach, Ryan. They set goals every morning and every night. He stayed consistent. Now he's 275, which was his goal from day one. And guys, he says on the floor, he's...
which they've taken advantage of.
18 points, man. Oh, good pass.
Hall has been dominant.
You demoralize them when you can get it into the teeth of the zone and score at the rim. It's exactly what Stephen Pearl.
Here comes Williams Adams up to Overton, tries a transition 3. Oh yeah!
Pulling it down now, but they got 39 points.
Hall with 15 of them. Inside Williams Adams joined in Auburn this year.
Well, I think that's why he transferred. He was, like you said, 6th man at Texas Tech.
So a 2-minute scoring drought. And the length of Freeman bothering the Cardinals. The Redbirds rather. 10 ISU turnovers. Magwood behind the back. Step back is
games. He's been very good. Young man from Louisville.
Auburn's largest lead of the game.
I love Danny Hurley. As long as Danny's watching, I don't want to be mad. I might pick UConn.
Has been an unsung hero in the first half for Auburn. Here he is with 5 to shoot. Kicks it out to Shulik and it blocked. 2 seconds, flaps it up and in. Circus shot by the freshman to stop a 7-0 Auburn run and close the... What pace, what